big game Wednesday night, hosting the Boston Celtics in an early battle for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Very early, extremely early. Celtics had their first loss last night against the Timberwolves in a great game. Anthony Edwards, man, he's something else. But Celtics coming to Philadelphia, they are a 1.5-point favorite on the road. How do you guys see this game going?
We have to win. We need to win. We will win.
I like this.
By at least 2 points. So I guess we cover.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I say it right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're a 1.5-point dog. So, yeah, if we win by 1, we cover.
Right. If we win by what?
Even if we win by – we win, we cover. Yeah, if we lose by 1, we cover.
I hate that we're 1.5-point underdogs. I just don't. I don't have points in basketball. Because we're at home. It's like 2 teams that are tied, 1.5-point underdogs at home. I don't know. With how well we're playing, the casual bettor would want to take us because you're at home.
At some point, playing Boston's going to have to be personal.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. Why are you so you look like flabbergasted by that, Marcus? Why do you look so confused?
I think the casual bettor was taking Boston over Philadelphia.
Why? We're tied. We're tied in rankings.
I mean, 80% of the bets have been placed on Boston. So I mean, I think the casual
line's been up for like 3 hours, but like, yeah, I mean,
still though. I mean, people just don't see us on the same level as them. So
we are. We're tied.
I think when you see a 1 point spread between those 2 teams, people are going to say, "Oh, 1 point for Boston." Yeah, Boston's going to win that by more than 1 point.
And at Philly, though, it's at Philly. I mean, that's a big deal.
I don't know, man. I feel like
I get what both of you guys are saying. I do. I feel we're going to win.
Third straight road game for Boston, by the way.
I do feel we're going to win, but I'm not surprised that more people think Boston are going to win. That doesn't surprise me.
No.
One, with their level of success versus us. 2, they're coming off a loss. So it doesn't surprise me that more people are going the Boston route because teams, I do think that people feel they're better. And in the last few years, they have played better than us. But it's a new season. I just don't think – I don't even think it'll be – I won't say it's going to be an easy win, but I think it's going to be a comfortable win in the end.
I don't
think it's a game where they're fouling to get free throws. Like, I don't think it's like that.
I just think traveling from Brooklyn to Minnesota, back to Philly, and then back to Boston again. I mean, 3 straight road games is not easy.
Yeah, I mean, the road games don't matter. Don't mean as much to me like they used to when I played it how it was because they don't play back-to-backs most of the time on the road game. If it was a back-to-back, I would be more inclined to say maybe. But if it's not back-to-back, I mean, the way these guys travel, man, it's not that. I wouldn't put
it's not that daunting.
Weight. I'm saying I wouldn't put as much weight on the trip as much as I would just put weight on, as you said before, it's a road game, but not necessarily the trip.
Yeah, I don't know. I as a bettor, if I was looking at it in that game where 2 teams are so equal, especially in standings, I look at who's favored in that and giving the home team who's tied in standings points. I just feel like you almost have to take that if you're a bettor. But I guess people just don't think Boston's going to lose 2 in a row. So, and Boston's been playing really well. We've been playing really well. I mean, so, Yeah,
I mean, some people may just think we're bound to lose a game. I mean, if you look at it, the team we lost to was a top team.
Yeah.
Teams we beat weren't top teams. It depends on how you look at it.
We got a lot of wings now, too.
So we see it differently. We spend a lot more time with the Sixers than maybe other people do. But
yeah,
people, if you're not really following them a lot, you look at this and you'll be like, man, Boston has, they have their number or they're playing well, or they haven't beaten anybody. They lost to Milwaukee, they hadn't played anybody. So, like, it's easy for people to kind of say those things.
Yeah,
when
sure.
they're
Yeah. They're I'm so pumped for this game. I think it's going to be a really good game. Man, I have Boston winning a tight one. Yeah.
So
I think.
Did you say what you're doing?
If I didn't know the spread,
did you say what you're doing?
What do you mean? Yeah, I think Boston's going to win a close one. If there was no
you
spread,
think Boston's going to win us? We'll win it?
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks a lot.
look, a brand new team together. We're getting guys who are playing their first game with us yesterday. I just think I gotta temper the expectations a little bit.
Boston signed the big. Boston gave somebody a bigger contract. Would that help you make a decision?
They did it. Hey, they traded for a guy with a pretty big contract, didn't they?
Yeah, you can get down on them too.
That team's been together on the court, I guess, this year longer. They've had, a majority of training camp for the most part together. I mean, I know Drew was a late addition, but I feel like we're going to have some games where we're feeling each other out a little more. I mean, everything went right the past couple games for us for the most part. And we are jumping up in our quality of opponent here.
I do feel that the guard play is going to come into play. I do feel that Maxey has to have a better game than Drew Holiday. Melton has to have a better game or play on par as White. I do feel that needs to happen. They don't have anyone that I think can match the level of play that Joel can on both sides of the court, but they do have they do have Al, who's given Joel some issues defensively, and Porzingis can score offensively. So ultimately, that's coming down because we already know with their wing guys. I mean, we can have some guys that's going to can help us, but I mean we haven't signed anybody that's coming in saying that they're Jason Tatum, lockdown guy. I haven't seen that guy exist on our roster, so we got to win some of these. We got to win these other battles. If Tatum's going to come in, and we got to pretty much contain him and put some attention on him. You can't let Brown also go off. I mean, it's even tougher if both of those guys are having a great game. So obviously, you have to maintain that balance of defending them. But we definitely got to win those other battles, and then our bench has to be better.
Yep. Well, it's definitely the first time in a long time where we're playing Boston and we have definitively the better bench. That hasn't happened. It's always been the opposite. They always had the guys that came in and killed our second unit when Joel came off. Yeah. This time, it'd be funny if it was a complete opposite. We wouldn't because of our bench. And Marcus Morris, a little revenge game for him, too. There you go. Yeah. That's a guy that'll help make it personal. And Beverly always makes it personal. Yeah. So that's amazing right there. So, either way, you have that. Porzingis, besides the last game against us, he's had some really good games. 24-10, 30-9, 32-9, 22-18, 22-7. So the last one, he 9-6, but they took him out early.
He knows he's going to get wide open shots if Joel is guarding him. He knows it.
Yeah.
So,
who do you think they keep with Oubre in the starting lineup to guard Tatum, or do they make a switch, put Batum in there to start tomorrow night?
I don't think you make a change to defend them tomorrow. I don't think if it's not a move going forward, I don't think you make that change.
Yeah. We do have a lot of long guys we could throw at him now. We haven't had that in a long time either. So that would be nice to see. If one ain't working, if Tatum's grilling somebody, then get the next guy out, get him out there and see if he can do a better job. We have the, this is experimentation time, right? So
we'll see. I mean, I haven't really seen Boston play. I've seen them play maybe a half this year. So be a learning experience for me as far as their team. So I don't really know. I mean, I know the guys on their team, but as far as how this team this year is playing, it's gonna be a kind of a wait and see for me.
We watched the fourth quarter and overtime last night. It was just pretty much offensively. It was like a take your turn between Brown and Tatum, a one-on-one contest.
Mm-hmm.
Last like 10 minutes of the game for them. So not that much has changed, I guess.
Yeah. Should be an interesting one, though. I do have Sixers winning, by the way, if that's a shock to anyone.
No.
Based on my response to Teja there.
Shock to Teja.
Yeah, Teja's the lone one on this one. I like me and Eric's chances this week.
I like it. Yeah. I can take Sixers plus alt line.
There you go.